This is the most Westerners we've seen. So people saying there's no tourists in Thailand. Well, trust me, the tourists are actually in Hua Hin.
Build it in Spanish style. Therefore, like casita, which is like the house,
Right.
the home.
Life goes on here. So, welcome to Hua Hin. So we're walking in the centre of Hua Hin, and you're saying, why are you walking alongside a motorway? I can't hear you. Well, I tell you what, Hua Hin basically is motorways. There's two big roads that stretch through this place, and they're busy roads. And throw a load of expensive resorts in here that are visited by expats. This is Hua Hin, this is what you get. You know, I think it's very difficult for me because we've just come from Koh Samui where the vibe is beautiful, and I appreciate Hua Hin is famous as one of the first ever resorts in Thailand, long before Koh Samui, long before Phuket. But man, the vibe I thought we would find is Songkhla kind of vibe, but it's very far flung from that, from what I've seen so far. And yeah, it's quite a letdown, to be honest. I appreciate it sounds like I'm moaning, but I want to be honest with what the vibe is here. And I heard things about Hua Hin, but I only ever heard things from expats and old men. And this is the perfect place if you're an old man. You've got a gym, you've got a big swimming pool, you've got nice modern villas, apartments even, Airbnbs, all you need here. But if you're looking for the charm of Thailand, this probably is not it.
This reminds me of crossing in KL.
Yeah, it's a bit like crossing in KL.
From Virginia.
Here we go, look at this view of Hua Hin. The motorway beach resort. Julia's favourite, the durian festival. Crikey.
Are we going from here?
Yeah, I guess you can. Behind us they got a durian festival. Anyone ever been to a durian festival? This doesn't like our kind of jam. Maybe Food and Footprints, Greg and Jumi would be well up this. Oh, there's lots of fruit.
We should buy something when we're home.
See, life goes on without COVID. Here we are at one of the shopping malls. Thailand is actually good for shopping malls, but it's not as good as the many malls that Malaysia has. Malaysia has a silly amount of malls. Like, it's just silly. Here they're a bit more conservative with malls.
You get this, like, you know, Victoria with it. Oh look, it's over my side.
Oh yeah, it's relaxing.
Oh, they're doing it too.
Yeah, the other thing about the Thai malls is selection is not as good. This one looks pretty big, so we'll see. There seems to be a lot going on, so let's have a quick wander around.
This reminds me of the Malaysian malls.
Does it?
Yeah, look at all these like units in the centre. You know the one that is really cold? It reminds me of that one a bit.
We're in Hua Hin shopping mall here. It's actually quite big. I'm actually quite surprised. It's actually got quite a lot of stuff.
It's quite nice.
It is quite nice. It is quite a nice shopping mall. What makes me laugh about being in Hua Hin is there's loads of expats here, and all the expats, they all look at you, they all kind of size you up a bit. They do something like we do in England. Maybe you look at them and go, I could take him. I could take him. It's a funny thing that men do. Is when men look at other men and go, I could probably take him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably take him on, beat him up. That's what happens in England. That's honestly what. There's a funny meme that came out at one point where blokes look at other blokes and they go, I'll probably take him.
Bread talk. Isn't it the same one that was in
Ah, bread talk's in Vietnam, yeah.
I used to love bread talk when I was.
Yeah, it's very famous in Vietnam. As you can see, the malls are quite busy here. This is the most Westerners we've seen. So People are saying there's no tourists in Thailand. Well, trust me, the tourists are actually in Hua Hin.
They're all here.
They're all here. That's the problem with them. They need to kick them out of Hua Hin and make them go to other cities and towns in Thailand. Because there's towns and cities in Thailand where they're actually not getting many tourists. Surat Thani, stunning town, city. Amazing, definitely worth visiting. Man, if more tourists went there, they'd see how beautiful it is. The night market there is probably the best we've ever seen.
It's actually surprising because
It is.
Yeah, you do think like there must not be any tourists in Thailand because you go around. We've been around a lot and we haven't seen any tourists.
Man, the vibe is it's really
here. No, you just wonder why are they all here? Why don't they not go anywhere else? Driver this morning, she said she's having like one customer per day at times. But sometimes it's only like 100 baht per day.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's mental, isn't it? Where's Billabong?
Here.
Oh yeah.
It might be Billabong, no?
Love Billabong.
That lost Billabong.
So this mall is actually huge. This is the first time we've seen a huge mall. Hat Yai didn't have a huge mall. The biggest mall we probably saw was on Koh Samui. And that was what kind of mall was that?
Yeah, it was bigger in somewhere though.
What was
A Central Festival.
Central Festival?
There was Central Festival.
Hantal,
as well.
yeah, actually Hat Yai and Central Festival in Hat Yai was actually bigger.
And
There was a big mall there, but
maybe
it wasn't
Koh
as big as
Samui-
this. This is huge.
Yeah. They have a lot of stuff.
And it's much more beautiful as well.
Yeah, it's so nice. Central Festival in Koh Samui was really good. I imagine there's
Chandeliers.
malls like this in Bangkok though.
Yeah, there are. We've been to some.
Have we?
Yeah,
Well, we haven't really been to many malls in Bangkok yet.
we can do.
But, I mean, if we happen to be there for a couple of days, we'll probably see some.
Yeah, we will. I think we will. Life goes on here in Thailand.
So busy.
It is so busy. One of the busiest malls in Hat Yai Central Festival. There was literally no one in the mall. There was only workers. Whereas, I mean, it's a Sunday afternoon here, so you know, maybe locals are, you know, off from work, and it's a chance to kind of have a wander around the mall. So it might be a little busier than normal, but still much busier than the other malls we've seen in Thailand.
Yeah, any time of the day.
And there's a lot going on as well. Everything is open as well in Hat Yai and other malls, even in Koh Samui. Central Festival.
Central Festival was closed.
Half closed, most things closed. I can't see many things closed here. Most things are actually open. Cities like this in Thailand are still surviving. You know, the money goes on, you know, and you know the show goes on for places like this. They need to do more work to get tourists out of these kind of places, or expats out of these kind of places and into other parts of Thailand for a bit to holiday there. I don't know if it's because it's a holiday destination sometimes for people. Julie made a really good point earlier on about it being close to Bangkok, and
yeah, it's the place where people come on holiday from Bangkok. It's a short drive, and if they just fancy some little getaway, beach holiday, they probably come here.
yeah,
'Cause the beach is supposed to be quite nice. We haven't seen it yet, but so busy. So not used to this.
Did they tell me what you think of this?
I think it's a beautiful roof.
Wow, look at this. We're in Hua Hin, and the standout thing in Hua Hin for Julia is this beautiful roof.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not taking a bit.
It matches the flowers.
Ah,
But I was saying, wearing sunglasses is much more vibrant. It's much nicer with sunglasses on.
see if they can see it through sunglasses.
Yeah, film the flowers too, the matching flowers.
Then here we have a man humping a shark. It looks like it. Looks like a naked man humping a shark. I'm not sure what the connotation is of that, but
It's a resort.
So these are the grounds of the place we're staying. It's actually quite nice. It's very different to what Thailand is usually like. It's a bit over gentrified, this. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's nice, but Julie was saying yesterday that apparently it's called La Casita because
Yeah, they're trying to they try to build it in Spanish style. Therefore, La Casita, which is like the house,
right.
the home in Spanish.
This is supposed to replicate Spain, is it?
Yeah, if you see, not from here, but if you see the interiors inside, they've got this like kind of Spanish, you know, like Granada
Right.
kind of murals. Yeah, you can't see it from here, but some of their interiors are like that. In fact, we said it looked a bit like, what animal is that? Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't say it looks too much like Spain to me. In fact, I was saying yesterday that it reminds me a bit of Swiss Garden. It's obviously this is a lot bigger and a bit up in that sense. Swiss Garden is more simple, but Swiss Garden in Kuala Lumpur.
How much do you pay a night here?
How much was it? £20?
£20 a night?
Yeah, on Airbnb.
There you go, look, it's £20 a night for you here in Thailand.
It's a bit more than we usually want to spend, but we were like, yeah, we're gonna have a pool and there's the gym in case we want to use it in the morning.
Funny, we were like, we'll have a pool and we'll gym. We never used it. We never used it.
Up.
I'll tell you what, when you have we've had a private pool in Koh Samui for the last few weeks and I think we're a bit pulled out to us. We might come down here in a minute.
Yeah,
And,
I think we should today.
yeah.
We're leaving tomorrow, so we might as well, I think. Nice,
It is nice, yeah.
I like these sprinklers.
What's thing? What, these pipe things?
Yeah. That wasn't on earlier, no?
Like that, is it?
Yeah.
Right, come on, let's go. This is it. That's where it ends. The video ends. We will probably not do another Hua Hin video. It's probably one video, if that. Don't know how much of this we're going to put in, but look. Upwards. Julia wants to ask the man if we're going to be in Hua Hin anytime before next year. Or is this whether this trip's going to fall into 2022? We're not sure.